to our book club, week number 1. I'm Shannon Galladay, and I'm so excited to see you here if you're watching live or if you're catching the recording. So we are reading the book Coffee Self-Talk. So in the kickoff call, we talked about breaking this book into 4 different sections. So week number 1, we read pages 1 to 58. So I read that already and hope you enjoyed the book. So if you are reading the book along with me, that's awesome. If not, you can just catch these video recaps because I know how busy life is, especially in the summer. And so it's good if you want to just watch the video recaps, that's totally okay. So thank you for joining live. I did have some technical difficulties. And so I am running this live stream here. So I hope that you can join live, and as we do these more, I'll learn more how this works and see how I can best help you. So pages 1 through 58. I would love to see who is here, who is watching live, or who's catching the replay. Go ahead and say hello. Go ahead and post in the comments. And I would love to say hello, see where you're tuning in from. So I'm here in Utah. And also, I would love to hear what goals you are currently working on. So are you working on any health and wellness goals? Oh, hello from Alabama. Great to see you. Thanks for joining live. So glad that you found this video. Like I say, had some technical difficulties. So glad that you are here and joining us live. So yeah, say hello where you're tuning in from. Love to hear from you. And also love to hear which goals you are working on right now. So are you working on your health and wellness goals, maybe a fitness goal or a nutrition goal? Maybe you're working on a relationship goal, improving your relationship with a spouse or a child or a friend, or maybe you're working on a goal to, improve your finances. You're looking to start a business, or you already have a business started, or you are working to progress in your career. I'd love to hear what your goal is right now, what you're focusing on. And just like I talked about on Instagram last night, I specifically talked about running a business and the challenges that it takes. So I wanted to mention that as well. But I'd love to hear from you. What goals are you working on right now? All right, so Loretta says financial and mental stability and getting healthy. I love that. That's awesome. Those are really great goals, and that's good that you're very specific on what you're working on. So thank you so much for sharing that. So yeah, go ahead and think about which goals you are working on. So a lot of times when we work on goals, we think of the how-to. How am I going to make this happen, right? Have you ever done that before where you're like, how do I make this happen? Well, I've been a coach for just over 11 and a half years now, and I've been coaching women, mostly moms all over the United States and a few outside of the United States, mostly on health, wellness, and business goals. And the thing that holds most of us back is our self-talk. And so that's why I was so excited to do this book club, to talk about our self-talk, to talk about our beliefs, because our beliefs are powerful. And just like the quote says, whether we believe we can or we believe we can't, we are right. And so just thinking about how we are speaking to ourselves, that will make or break our success, because you can have a goal. Let's say your goal is to run a 5K race, and every day you get up and you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, wow, I am so out of shape. Oh my gosh, I look so fat, or I look so whatever, or and so then you don't even go running because you're so mean to yourself. Have you ever done that before? So powerful. Our words are powerful. And so instead of saying that, instead of telling ourselves, all these mean things, we can look at ourselves in the mirror and we can say, wow, you are incredible. Like, that is so awesome that you got up today and you are going to run and you are working on your health and wellness goals. That's so awesome. It is a game changer when you're doing that. So post in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you as we're starting this book club. So this is week number 1. If you evaluated your self-talk on your current goal. So thinking of your current goal, what you want to accomplish, give yourself a 1 through 10. So 10 is the highest that you're like, yes, I am so kind to myself. I am so kind to myself. That's a number 10. Or a number 1 if you're thinking, wow, I am really mean to myself. So rate yourself between 1 and 10. You can post in the comments or you can just think about it yourself. No problem if you want to just keep it to yourself. When I started thinking about this, I was like, wow, like I am so mean to myself. Okay, so thank you, Loretta, for sharing number 7. So, I would rate myself, I don't know, yeah. Before starting this book, I was probably at a 3 or a 4. And I was like, oh my goodness, like I am just so mean to myself. And so I'm really grateful for my friend Stacy for recommending this book because I personally needed it. And I'm excited to do this along with you because I'm working on my own self-talk as well. So just thinking of like the way we talk to ourselves. When you're looking in the mirror and you're saying good things to yourself, that's like putting your foot on the gas and you're like, yes, we are going for this goal. We are making it happen. You're believing in yourself. You're believing in making it happen. But when we look at ourselves in the mirror and say, oh my gosh, you are whatever, like all these mean things, that's like putting our foot on the brake. And so the difference, you can't go anywhere if one foot's on the gas. I do this all the time. One foot's on the gas, like, yes, I'm going for this. And one foot's on the brake with my self-talk, we're going to stay stuck, right? We cannot move anywhere when one foot's like, yes, I want to go. And the other foot's like, no, I cannot do this. And so changing those beliefs. So because I have some big goals and I'm excited to go for it. And so I need to definitely improve my self-talk. I would say after reading the first 58 pages of this book, my self-talk has improved. I would say I'm probably up to a 6 or a 7, and I'm working on and growing that, becoming better at my self-talk. So here's the book. Kristen Helmstetter, and you can catch it on Audible. You can get a hard copy of it, or you can just catch these video replays. And so I'm going to recap what it's all about. As you can see, I have highlighted. I actually got the hard copy and the audio book. I love reading and listening to books to really let it soak in. So she starts off by talking about how this is a powerful 5-minute routine. So a lot of us are busy, raise your hand if you are busy. If you have, work or children or a lot of things going on, you're probably really busy. And so 5 minutes a day isn't too much. I have to laugh because, and if you're watching this, I had a comment on one of my YouTube videos the other day about coffee. So and that's fine. If you drink coffee, that's totally okay. If you don't drink coffee, that's totally okay as well. The idea with the coffee is that you're picking a drink every single day. So it can even be water, whatever you like to drink in the morning. But every time you drink that first thing in the morning, you are thinking these positive things to yourself. So it takes 5 minutes a day. You take your drink, and so let's see, she talks about this right at the very beginning. So I'm looking at chapter 1, and she says, coffee self-talk is a powerful, life-changing routine that takes 5 minutes a day. It transforms your life by boosting your self-esteem, sufficing you with happiness, and helping you attract the life you've always dreamed. And very important, it creates a feeling of wholeness and worthiness, all with your next cup of coffee or whatever drink you like to have. So coffee self-talk compromises of 2 things. 1, your morning drink, like I said, it can be any drink, and 2, your self-talk. So if you're not familiar with self-talk, then buckle your seatbelt because self-talk will change your life. How motivating is that? How powerful is that? When I started doing it this past week, I was like, wow, it is a conscious effort because I think sometimes our thoughts are on automated, right? They're automated and they're going into our head and we're thinking all these mean things about ourselves. So it's just like any habit, we have to be conscious and think about it. So That's our goal, is for 5 minutes a day is to drink our drink and then think positive things about ourselves. And I would say even going specific to what your goal is. So if you're thinking of, if you want to improve your health and wellness, then you are thinking healthy, positive thoughts about yourself. So I just did this right before the video, thinking like, wow, good job. You are doing amazing. That's so awesome that you are working out, you are exercising, eating healthy. Look at you, you look amazing. That's hard for me to say, because a lot of times I look at myself in the mirror and say, oh my gosh, you're over 40. Look at those wrinkles. Look at, all these imperfections. And it's so easy to be so mean to ourselves. So consciously saying kind things to ourselves every single day. So that's the first part. And so she talks more about like what self-talk is, what to say to yourself, like thinking of how we speak to others. How often are we kind to others, but we're not kind to ourselves? That was a really big aha moment to me as well, because I was like, wow, yeah, I'm so kind to my husband, to our daughters, building them up, helping them believe in themselves. I love helping others. Like I say, I've been a coach for 11 and a half years. I love all of that. But how often am I mean to myself? Okay, so as you're doing this, she talks about your daily coffee self-talk advantage is powerful for spinning happiness into your life while also bringing you closer to your goals, resolutions, and dream life. And so as you reach challenges, because a lot of times we reach challenges when we're trying to reach our goal. When we're going for a goal, a lot of times we look for like, oh, we're going to feel better, we're going to look better. With health and fitness goals, or with business, like we're going to have more financial security, we're going to have more freedom, but we look at like the good things and we don't look at the challenges. So as our self-talk improves, then as we face those challenges, we will better face them. We will be more resilient. When our self-talk is bad and the challenges come, because they will absolutely come, we will be, it says, we'll respond better, stronger, faster, we'll be happier, we'll be just so much better overall. So I really liked that. And so just going along, I wanted to hit some of the highlights. So here are some things, some I am statements, and thinking of your own I am statements. So an I am statement is something that you want to be, you want to improve on. So she says things like, I am a beautiful, creative genius. I am brave. I love me. I am magnificent. I am magical. I am sexy, radiant, glowing, and juicy. So thinking of who you want to be, then you say, I am, because we can change who we are in a second. Like if you're feeling like I am broke, I am in debt, I don't have any money, then we will attract that, because whatever we believe, we get more of, and that's powerful as well. And so if you're saying, I am abundant, I have enough time to do everything I want to do, I am earning money, I am growing, I am learning. Just see the difference in the energy when we say I am statements. And even labeling ourselves as, I am out of shape, I am financially in a bad spot or whatever, but versus like, I am improving my wellness. I am earning more money. I am finding ways to earn more money to help our family financially. It's just a game changer with the energy that we switch that. So putting together, a couple of big takeaways that we've had so far is first the I am statements. First the coffee self-talk. So you have your favorite drink, and 5 minutes a day, you're drinking your favorite drink. You are nourishing your mind with positive things about yourself. And those positive things could be these I am statements. So the I am statements are on page 14. So this is helping us to love ourselves. And another big thing too is as we love ourselves, we can love people better. So if we want to love our children better, our spouses better, it starts with us. We've got to love ourselves so we can love other people better. Okay, so, of course, like I mentioned, there's bad self-talk. So on page 17, she talks about, good self-talk is the foundation of a good life. Bad self-talk is a surefire recipe for a crappy life. It's that simple. I was like, wow. So, whatever we believe, that becomes our life. And so she said, how do you know when self-talk is bad? It's easy. Bad self-talk is any word or thought about you, your life, your circumstances, or the world that isn't uplifting. If you complain or criticize anything or anyone, it's bad self-talk. Don't like the size of your thighs, that's bad self-talk. Not happy with your car or complaining about it, that's bad self-talk. Feel like you don't deserve a raise, that's bad self-talk. Feel like you aren't good enough to deserve the love of someone wonderful, that's screwed up self-talk. So I was like, wow, like that's really powerful, because a lot of times we don't even realize these thoughts. And so if you think of your life, like, are you where you want to be in your life? I'm not. I have a lot of room to improve. And so thinking of where we want to go, and are our thoughts supporting us? Are we using positive self-talk to get us to where we want to go? So that's page 17. Okay, so it's all a choice, and just being aware of how we speak to ourselves. We choose every thought. Also, I liked this one on page 20. She talks about, when someone asks you how you're doing, how do you reply? I think a big reply over the last several years has been, I'm okay. How are you doing? To someone. And go ahead and post in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Like, what is something you usually say when someone says, how are you doing? Like, something I usually say is like, I'm okay, I'm all right, But I used to say, I'm amazing, I'm fantastic. And she says, so fixing your self-talk can be simple as thinking to yourself something like, I'm really productive and good at whatever you want to be good at. Or when someone says, hi, how are you doing? You reply with a response like, I'm super, I'm incredible, or I am freaking fantastic. How awesome is that? And at first, she says, you don't have to believe it at first, but over time you will. But just knowing that we choose every single thought. Okay, so if you have any comments or thoughts, I would love to hear from you in the comments below. Just talking about like everything. So, she says, sounds too good to be true. It's not. It's the way you are meant to live. Imagine you're standing in front of a door. It's closed right now. On one side is your amazing life filled with light, love, confidence, excitement, shooting stars, and your dreams come true. On the other side is you. You stand there, hand on the knob. So we are holding the knob. We're holding the knob to an amazing life, and we're the only ones holding us back. And so I thought that was very powerful. So in summary, for chapter 1, she talks about, the words and thoughts you think to yourself. It's your inner voice. These words have the power to help you live an amazing life. Your subconscious listens to your self-talk all day, and it follows the instructions you give it through self-talk. Pay close attention to your self-talk, as it can be negative or it can be positive. So doing this for 5 minutes a day and noticing the self-talk. And you can do it several times a day. It doesn't have to just be in the morning. But our words and our thoughts are our responsibility, no one else's. That was another powerful thought as well, because in the past, I'm like, oh, so-and-so said this, so-and-so said this. I don't have to believe it, right? We don't have to believe. If someone says something negative about us, we don't have to let it stick. We don't have to keep it on. So I love at the end of the chapter, she has little exercises of how we can write down our thoughts and things like that. So that's why I love the tangible book. The audio book is great too, but it is nice having that. Okay, so moving into chapter 2, I'm going to go a little bit quicker since we're running out of time. But she gives more self-talk ideas. So saying like, I love life, I love my life, I love me. I bless everything in my life right now, my coffee, my chair, my bed, my family, my friends. I'm an amazing person because I am kind, I am beautiful, I'm generous. Life is full of opportunities. Everywhere I turn, I'm going for it. I love today because I'm in charge of my day. I make what I want. I'm powerful. So page 28, there's a ton more ideas. And then she talks about, why she chose coffee, because, it's a habit. So whatever drink you choose, it's something that you have every single day, and you give it special meaning. So whatever you drink every day, you can have that consistently. And then linking it to something will connect the words you say. Like it's, as you do it, then you're thinking that it's like habit stacking. James Clear talks a lot about habit stacking, like you have a habit and you add a habit onto it. And then she just talks about how delicious coffee is. So change your thoughts, change your brain, change your focus, change your reality. And so imagine if you do this every single day, even for a week, a month, a year, like think of how your life will change. Okay, so she talks about how it started, making it a daily habit, getting a pen and a paper. Here's another great idea on page 35. She talks about write 15 to 20 great things about yourself. So speaking to the future as if as if it's happening. So for instance, I'm a happy, sexy millionaire. That's what she says. But thinking whatever you want to become. So thinking like I am happy, I am healthy, I'm financially stable. You're waking up, you're sipping this, and it will help you be excited to wake up, because I know for me, when I'm excited about something, it's so awesome to wake up. She talks more about habit stacking that I mentioned. So like if there's something you already do, then you add a new habit and it makes it very easy. And then on page 39, you can write down different words that you want. So here's some of mine. I'm confident, I'm happy, I like my life, I'm good at being a mom, I'm feel grateful, I'm grateful for my husband and our girls, I love making memories. Okay, that's chapter 2. Chapter 3, the incredible benefits of coffee self-talk to help you live your legendary life. So this is something everyone can do, and it's free to do. So we can all do this. So it gives us that enthusiasm. We're loving ourselves. We're finally loving ourselves and finding that happiness. So we can become that better version of ourselves, and it helps us be happier, and it helps us for resilience. So external conditions and opinions will have less weight as your internal value, your self-esteem increases. When this happens, bullets bounce off you, well, metaphorically kind, giving you the strength and resilience to get up and keep going. So it's like you're wearing armor. So I teach this to our daughters because, it's so easy to let negative things that people say stick. And when instead of letting them stick, it's like we let it bounce off, because we're feeling so good about who we are loving ourselves, and we are feeling that strength inside, internally, everything can bounce off, and we can keep moving forward with where we want to go and what we want to do in our lives. So as we do this, your love will increase, your money will increase, your health will increase. So it will help your overall well-being, and you'll be able to manifest your dreams even faster. So, okay, just checking the time. So, you will manifest your dreams feeling happy and confident. How awesome will that be? How different would your life be if you felt like you were sailing through it, smiling, instead of slogging and trudging through life? If you had more energy, if you had more confidence, how would you feel? So, she talks also about, do you wish you were better at something? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to be more relaxed, not so anxious? Well, you can change your personality and attitude with regular self-talk, specifically designed to make you become the person you are becoming. So as your inner voice is stronger, your outer voice will become stronger too, like everything on the outside. So it starts with the inside. I think this is powerful because, we can change, our health. We could lose weight, but if we don't love ourselves, when we reach our goal weight, we still won't love ourselves. And we can be successful, reach a financial goal, but still feel empty inside. And so this is powerful to start with this internal work, and then as our outside changes, our inner, it's not something that makes us happy, right? So when we reach our goal weight, that doesn't make us happy. Or when we reach a financial goal, that doesn't make ourselves happy. We have to be happy now, right now. And as we are happy now, we will attract good things into our life. Okay, so almost to the end here. Thank you for being here and for catching the replay if you're watching this. On page 55, she talks about what are 3 things you'd like to improve, to learn, or change about yourself. So something personally that I'm working on is improving my stress. Over the past several years, I've felt an extreme amount of stress. So I'm working on lowering my stress, feeling less anxious, less stressed. I'm learning how to schedule more phone calls with people to feel happier and more confident. So those are some things that I'm working on. What are some things that you are working on and improving in your life right now? Okay, so that's it. That ends around chapter 4. It goes a little bit into chapter 4. So I read through to page 58, but I would love to hear from you. So what are your biggest takeaways from this book club so far? Super excited to hear from you how this is improving your overall well-being and improving your life. So the biggest takeaways from our first section of this book is 1, start doing your coffee self-talk for 5 minutes a day. Get your favorite beverage and start internally saying those positive things to yourself. So you want to have a list of things. Think of your goal of where you're going and think of the positive I am statements that you can say to yourself every single day, every single time you take a sip of that drink, and to help you to be the best version of you. So we will read 58 more pages. I'll be back here next week. Thank you for your patience with the technical difficulties. I appreciate you. I'm excited to do this book club with you, excited to learn more about you. And if you haven't already, go ahead and schedule your call with me so that I can work with you to go over anything that's holding you back. I recently received my life coach certification, and I love having a phone call with you to go over. This is a free phone call that is included with the book club to go over anything that's holding you back. So we'll look at your goal and we'll look at, like, what are you telling yourself? Let's work through some of that self-talk, be aware of what you're telling yourself, and create new self-talk so that you can be the best version of you. I'm currently working on my master coach certification, and so I need lots of practice hours, and I would love to talk to you on the phone to go over your goal and help you reach your goals. So sending you lots of love. Can't wait to hear from you in the comments. Thank you for joining me in my first book club, learning how this YouTube live works, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.